Combustion and flame from grade 8. Firstly, let's look at what is combustion. So combustion is a chemical process in which a substance burns in the presence of oxygen and produces heat and light. Well, that's a very big sentence, and how can I shorten it? Okay, in simple terms, fuel plus oxygen gives out heat plus light, as well as products such as CO2, that is carbon dioxide, and water. So fuel plus oxygen, or this is called as a chemical process. A chemical process in which a substance burns with the use of oxygen or with the presence of oxygen and produces heat and light is called as combustion. Now, what are the types of combustion? There are mainly 3 types of combustion. Number 1, rapid combustion. Okay, what is rapid combustion? Rapid means it happens quickly. So, rapid combustion is when combustion happens very quickly with a lot of heat and light. For an example for rapid combustion is the burning of LPG gas. Now, what's the second type of combustion? The second type of combustion is spontaneous combustion. What is spontaneous combustion? Substance catches fire on its own. So when a substance catches fire on its own without any external flame is called as combustion. So combustion without external flame. Now, what's an example for spontaneous combustion? White phosphorus. We know whenever white phosphorus is reacting with the air, it produces a very bright white light, and that is an example for spontaneous combustion. And then finally we have explosive. So whenever you hear explosive, it's firecracks or bombs. Well, firecracks is an example for this. So it is very fast combustion with loud noise. So that is explosive. Example, firecrackers. So these are the 3 types of combustion. Now, to start and to continue the burning, 3 things are needed, and those 3 things are called as a fire triangle. What are the 3 things? Fuel, oxygen, and heat. If any one of them is not there, then combustion will not happen. Now, when you need heat, heat is needed to reach the ignition temperature. We'll learn what ignition temperature is later. Next, let's look at a flame. What is a flame? A flame is the visible glowing part of a fire produced during combustion. So in a flame, there are mainly 3 regions in a flame. And those 3 regions have 3 different colors. So let's see what the different colors are. So we call those 3 regions as the zones. So let me draw the zones of the flame first. So a blue colored zone, a yellow colored zone, as well as a black colored zone. Okay, so these are the 3 zones of a flame. Now these 3 zones have 3 different peculiarities, and they are this zone is called as the outer zone. The outer zone is blue in color, and it is the hottest zone. In this zone, there is complete combustion and the highest temperature. Then we have the middle zone. This is called as the middle zone. And the middle zone is partially hot or mild heat. So this is where the partially low or the partial combustion happens. It is bright, but it is less hot. And then we have the inner zone. So outer, middle, and inner. The inner zone is the darkest or the coolest zone. So this is the region where the unburnt vapors are present, and this has the least temperature. These are the three zones of a flame, and this is really important in exams. Now let's look at a few important terms. So like I said before, what is an ignition temperature? Ignition temperature, what is it? Ignition temperature is the minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire. So the minimum temperature at which a substance catch fire, that is called as an ignition temperature. Now, what is a fuel? A fuel is any substance that burns to produce energy. So any substance that burns to produce energy is called as a fuel. And what are the examples for fuel? We have wood, petrol, coal, etc. So this is what a fuel is. Now, the third important term is flammable substances. So what is flammable, or what are flammable substances? These are the substances that can catch fire easily. So at your home, if you go and check your air fresheners, it will be written that it is flammable or highly flammable. That means if you bring it near the fire, it will catch fire quickly. Examples: alcohols or petrol, etc. Now, what is the prime or the main use for combustion, or what are the uses for combustion? There are mainly four types. The first use is cooking. When you cook, you need fire. Next is running vehicles, that is petrol. Running vehicles. And then we have producing electricity, to produce electricity, as well as for heating substances or heating purposes. These four are the things we need combustion for. And finally, let us look at the safety and pollution of combustion. So the first point that you need to know is incomplete combustion. When combustion does not happen completely, what happens? It produces carbon monoxide. This is called carbon monoxide. And carbon monoxide is very toxic. It is a harmful gas. Now, second is, again, when you burn fuels, it produces air pollution. And that is the reason why the new generation ideas of solar panels are being implemented. And then finally, using of fuels efficiently will reduce pollution. So if you use fuels, and if it is not, unnecessarily used, then there won't be any air pollution. So this is the whole chapter, combustion and flame. And if this video helped you to understand this chapter completely, please like and subscribe to the video, and thank you for watching.